One of the brighter signs of our times is the sudden all-American interest in water sports, especially boating. Take our friend Ed here, looking over his new boat and motor. He's been a landlubber all his life. Now suddenly, he's become the captain, crew, and proud owner of a 14-foot yacht. And the joys of boating await him. But there are some facts of life afloat that every green skipper ought to know. The proper way to hook up his trailer, for example. This marine dealer knows that trouble spoils the fun, so he tries to get beginners off to a good start. He's meeting Ed later down at the lake to help him put in, if Ed can control himself that long. One good way to learn is by watching others. The modern boat trailer, with its winches, tilt-up beds, and other back-saving devices, makes launching easy. Mostly, it's a matter of finding solid footing, loosing straps and tie-downs, and then using the boat's own weight to help slide it smoothly down into the water. Easy does it. That's right, Ed. It's as simple as that, and one man can do it. The mark of a good boatman shows in many ways. How he comes aboard, for example. He's leaving solid ground, so he steps carefully to keep his balance. Gear is stowed promptly where it won't be underfoot, and the youngsters are lifted, not carried aboard, for their greater safety. As boating today is more and more a family affair, the trend is to bigger, safer boats and more dependable motors. But the boatman himself is still the main safety factor. That's why even a beginner must know the fundamentals. An important rule of boarding for the lone boatman is not to carry the motor aboard, but to place it on the pier within easy reach. Then, from a position within the boat, it can be lifted from pier to transom with little or no chance of slipping or falling. After the motor is positioned squarely in the center of the transom, it's secured by tightening down the clamp screws. A chain anchoring it to the boat is a wise precaution. It's a lot less trouble than diving for a lost motor. Looks like Ed has lost some of his boyish enthusiasm. Well, that's better than blundering into trouble that might spoil his boating fun permanently. One of the prouder accomplishments of an experienced boatman is his ability to make a smooth landing. If possible, the approach should be made with bow heading into the wind and current for maximum control at slow speed. And this is the right way to ease in, parallel to the pier, using the gear shift as a brake when alongside. As the saying goes, it takes all kinds of people to make a world, even the world of boating. Most of them like fun, but they're good sports, considerate of others. This one's a sport, all right, but not a very good one. That's right, chum. Just throw it in the drink so the current can carry it out in the channel to punch a hole in the bottom of some passing boat. And he's a rugged individualist, has his own method for getting the motor aboard. Of course, it requires a certain sense of balance, which he doesn't seem to have. Here, hold this. Nice catch, Ed. At least the motor was worth saving. While Ed has been busy with his information and education tour around the pier, his dealer friend has also been busy putting the boat in the water, getting things shipshape and ready to go. He brought the fishing tackle along, too, and that's not a bad idea for any maiden voyage. About the only essential items of equipment needed to get started are a boat and motor, but a few inexpensive accessories will add much to the comfort and safety of the boating family. Ed has a food and beverage cooler, long-range fuel tank, suitable fishing gear, and colorful seat cushions which double as life preservers to complete his starting outfit. It's easy to learn to operate a modern outboard. It's designed and built with ease of operation, a main object. But the beginner should know and understand its operating mechanisms before he ever starts it, or he may be in for trouble. So Ed gets a briefing. Ed is beginning the right way, with someone along who knows motors and knows boating. The mere presence of an expert inspires confidence and a positive assurance that things are going as they should. Come on, Ed. Relax. That's better. He's calling for full speed ahead, not just for fun. It's to check boat performance. And as suspected, it's not up to par for this combination of boat and motor. The boat is riding bow high and not coming up to a full plane. But that's not serious. A quick fingertip adjustment of the motor transom angle corrects it. Okay, Ed, take it away. This time it really is full speed ahead. Now they're moving better. Besides adjusting transom angle, a shifting of weight, or as a boatman might call it, balancing the load, may also help to achieve a performance gain. Notice the speed picked up as soon as the other passenger moved up to the forward seat. There's joy of discovery in every first boating experience. The sun on the water, the pleasant rush of warm summer air, the cool green of the shoreline, just getting away from, hey, look out ahead. Wow, that was too close for comfort. And the moral to that story is, be alert. It may be a long swim home. There's usually a good reason for the speed limits posted by the Coast Guard and others, and it's just good common sense to obey them. Boats worth many thousands of dollars may be docked along shore. The wake of a speeding boat could seriously damage them. Just one of the many good reasons for obeying the speed limit. A good boat driver, like a good car driver, shows courtesy and consideration for the other fellow. That's why the dealer signaled Ed to give this badly overloaded skiff a wide berth in passing. Otherwise, their wake might have swamped it. And this is a good example of how not to go boating. 6 persons aboard a boat not fit to carry more than 2 strictly is an invitation to disaster. Crossing the wake of another boat, whether passing or overtaking, is often troublesome for the first-time navigator. If he's overcautious and tries to side-slip into it, there's even danger of overturning. The right way is to cut boldly across the wake at a 90-degree angle, or as close to it as possible. Ed's picking up some pointers on rules of the road, too. When 2 boats approach head-on, each bears right or to starboard, and gives the other fellow plenty of room. Well, here's where that big one is waiting. They made it safely, and only one tight squeak along the way. That's not too bad for a beginning. And he's learned a thing or two, even from his mistakes. Ooh, there, friend, that's an anchor, not a shot put. You almost didn't have a leg to stand on. As the saying is, we drop anchor, lower it easily alongside. That's all that's necessary after making certain the line is properly attached. And never stand in or on the coiled line as it pays out, unless you don't mind going along with it. But it's all in the day's learning. Next time is the one that counts. Well, it just goes to show you. Scratch a landlubber, and you'll find a boatman, hopeless as the case may sometimes seem to be. Take Ed, for example. 24 hours ago, he didn't know port from starboard, bow from beam, or binnacle from barnacle. The spirit moved him, but not very far. Well, it just takes one day on the water to change all that. Now that he's an authority, Heaven help this and any other lowly landlubber who crosses his path. They're fair game, and it's always open season. Ed will make honest boating men of them, or know the reason why. But that's as it should be. This is one sport where everyone helps everyone else to discover the fun of boating. Well, you can't beat fun, and you can't beat boating for healthy outdoor recreation. So don't you be a landlubber. Come on, try boating. The water's fine.